So you see soda spilled on a sidewalk and you don't drink it?
He's not bothering anybody. Get out of here, you creep!
So how did Jerry approach you for this film? Because I've heard different stories. One is that he sat next to you at a theater, and another one was at a party. So which one is the real?
Oh, I think it was a big, long, drawn-out plan. I think he was casually courting, you know, slowly, but plotting all the while.
What's it like when Jerry courts you? What does he say? Does he kind of like, does the body move
Not
closer?
much. Not much at all. He's just there, and he brings up the idea. Hey, so I got this really great idea, and this was at a Met charity function, and we sat next to one another, and I was really glad because I like his wife a lot, and we were, you know, chatting. It's always fun when you sit next to your friends at functions. And he said, I said, what are you doing? He said, I got this really great idea for this movie about this bee who sues the human race. I said, really? Tell me about it. And he said, well, that's it. And then he was seated next to me at the Shark Tale premiere. Not you know, maybe 2 weeks later. It didn't click. I thought, oh, here's my friend again. Then when he started camping out in my front yard, I realized something was up. He pitched the tent, and I thought, maybe he needs to talk. No, we're neighbors, and so I figured, you know, what better way to get to know your neighbors? We can go to work together for 3 years.
That's awesome. So what is it like working with your neighbor then? Because you've done other animation films before, and it's always like you in a room, people on the other side. Right. He's in the room with you.
Well, he did everything too. Since he was like the creative force behind it, it was nice to have him in the room all the time because you didn't know how it was going to evolve. There was always something new and exciting happening right there on the spot because he'd just come up with it, you know? He'd get that look on his face, and I'd think to myself, oh, here we go. He's gonna serve the ace now. Be ready.
Now, is there another version of the Bee Movie that's a little bit more R-rated than like the one that we ended up seeing? Is like does he go?
Saucy one?
Yeah, the saucy version. And how do you fit into that?
Yeah, it definitely went through different, you know, incarnations. Yeah, it did get a little uncomfortable sometimes. Sometimes I had to say, but Jerry, he's a bee. I'll feel really good about this. My parents are going to see this movie. I don't know how I feel about this. No, we just wanted to see how far we could take it sometimes, or he did anyway, to see how far it could go without it feeling kind of gross. And so, you know, it worked out the way, I think it worked out really well.
I'm really surprised at how much he put into this film, because, you know, prior to this, I thought it was a Jerry Seinfeld movie that he wrote and he was in, but I mean, he produced this, you know, like watching him kind of go through this process, what was it like for you? Because you saw it during the whole 4 years of making this.
Well, it's just fascinating because you don't imagine that, you know, he'd be so great at this thing in his like fledgling effort. It was impressive. I mean, he participated in the visuals, you know, everything was sort of only limited by his ability to conceptualize things, and his imagination is boundless. So, needless to say, I'm sure everybody's tired down at DreamWorks because he probably called at 4 in the morning going, I've got this really great idea, because he didn't stop for 3 years with all of it.
Now, when I listen to my voice played back, I think it sounds higher than it. So when you first hear your voice back, what is that like? Or, you know, are you used to the Renee voice at this point? How do you channel Renee?
It's not a pretty thing. I didn't think about it, and thank God, because can you imagine the sleep I would lose? It'd be horrible.
You'd be like, this is not right.
I'll have plenty of other things to worry about, believe me.
So we were just talking, you're super busy, you've got a lot of other stuff coming up. Can you maybe talk about what you're working on?
Yes, I'm having the best time. I'm out in the desert with Ed Harris and Viggo Mortensen and Jeremy Irons, and we're doing a Western called Appaloosa. And I'll be right back there in the morning. That's why my hands look like this. I have desert hands right now. It's insane. We're having a great time. Horses on the set every day. It's a great book. Ed's directing and he's starring in it, and he did the adaptation from the book. I mean, it's a dream come true kind of life.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Thank you very much.
Yeah,
nice talking to you again.
Nice talking to you.